My name is Achiri Emmanuel. I'm a PhD researcher at the Eastern Mediterranean University, and I'm also co-founder of VOIS Cyprus. VOIS Cyprus is an NGO which I co-founded in 2018, and it's a platform that represents international students in the northern part of Cyprus. Under the Grow Civic action, VOIS Cyprus has been funded with two activities. The first was in 2019, in May of 2019, titled the Dialogue and Capacity Strengthening Workshop. Basically, this action was funded by the Grow Civic, and it aimed to bridge the gap between international students and the local community on the one hand, and on the other hand, build the capacity of VOIS Cyprus and the international student community to be better advocates for themselves. Under the Grow Civic action, VOIS Cyprus has been funded with two projects. The first was in May of 2019, and this was the Dialogue and Capacity Workshop. This project aimed specifically, on the one hand, to bridge the gap between the international student community and the local community, and on the other hand, to build the capacity of VOIS Cyprus and international students to be better representatives and better advocates for themselves. And the second action, which was funded by the Grow Civic in September of 2020, enabled VOIS Cyprus to produce a student documentary, the first ever in the northern part of Cyprus, which aimed to bring to light the experiences of international students to the local community, but also to the international community. The actions funded by the Grow Civic action basically produced a number of outcomes for VOIS Cyprus. The first action, the Dialogue and Capacity Building Workshop, actually enabled VOIS Cyprus to build its capacity, and this led to us recruiting 150 new volunteers into VOIS Cyprus. But also, very importantly, it was the first time ever that VOIS Cyprus, local CSOs, and public bodies were able to meet in the same area, in the same venue, and actually discuss the problems of international students, which led to improved communication between VOIS Cyprus and public bodies. Of course, for this workshop, the primary target groups were international students, local CSOs, and the public bodies. But a byproduct of this as well was that VOIS Cyprus was able to also bring attention to the general problems that the migrant community in the northern part of Cyprus is facing. And so we can say that this the migrant community was a beneficiary of this first action. And the second action, which was a student documentary, the primary target group was the local community, because with this documentary, we wanted the local community to understand the experiences that the experiences of international students in the northern part of Cyprus. The output for this was that it led to a massive public debate on the experiences of international students when this documentary was published. It also led to increased contact or networking between VOIS Cyprus and not only civil society organizations in the northern part of Cyprus, but also civil society organizations from the Republic of Cyprus who did contact us to also share about the experiences of other migrant groups in the Republic of Cyprus. I think that Grow Civic has been immensely helpful to VOIS Cyprus. We have used the help desk function at every given point in time, at every opportunity, not only related to projects funded by Grow Civic, but even the recent projects which we got funded by the European Union. We benefited from the help desk function of Grow Civic during the implementation of this project. We've had several meetings with different experts from the help desk trying to assist us during the implementation of our project. But also, very importantly, as VOIS Cyprus, we've always said that without the assistance of the Grow Civic, VOIS Cyprus would not be where it is today in terms of our capacity, in terms of the opportunities that we've had to network with other CSOs, but also importantly, the expertise on a day-to-day basis from the Grow Civic support team. The library as well was very important because we found out about the EU-funded project from the Grow Civic Library. So without the library, we would never have even known that there was such project. And so, I mean, I personally, as a representative of VOIS Cyprus, is very appreciative of the work that the Grow Civic team does, and also of the opportunities that it has offered to newly established NGOs like VOIS Cyprus. And going forward, I hope that this or these are opportunities that all the newly established NGOs can benefit from.